feel like super relaxed today for some reason, like I feel like some days I wake up and I'm super on fire and I just want to like jump up, scream and shout. But today I feel like I feel super relaxed right now, like almost like I just ate some CBD or like some CBD gummies or some THC gummies. Damn, that would be cool to get a little high before a pod.
I have some CBD gummies.
You have CBD gummies?
I do. It was weird because so my cousin, her and I, when quarantines like first began, or social distancing or stay-at-home order, whatever you want to call it, we were having like trouble sleeping. I started getting like really bad insomnia, and she said that she got these CBD gummies and that they were really helping her sleep. So I was like, let me know. And so she hooked me up with a pack. And the first night I tried it, just because I've never taken anything like that in my life, I tried one gummy. Do you hear my kids? They're really loud.
You must be playing Fortnite. Is he playing Fortnite or what?
That or Minecraft or something. But anyway, so I took one gummy the first night just to test it out, see where I am with those things, because my body has completely different reactions to things than your average person. So I took one and it didn't do shit. It didn't do anything to me.
Are we talking CBD or are we talking THC?
CBD.
Just
CBD,
CBD.
no THC, yeah.
Okay.
It didn't, she said they just helped her sleep better. And it didn't help me sleep better. I knew it wasn't going to make me high or anything, but it didn't like make me sleep better. And so I was like, okay, well, the next night I'll try two. And so the next night I tried two, and I felt like Avatar. Like I went to sleep here in human form, right? And I opened my eyes and I was in another world. I was awake as fuck. I was like living my life and doing these things. I had the most vivid dreams ever. And so when I woke up the next morning, I felt like I didn't even sleep at all because I was alive in this whole other realm. It was very weird. Like,
that is weird.
Those did not work for me. I haven't taken them since because I'm afraid. I'm like, I'm not trying to be not rested because I'm a bitch when I
Wait a minute. So you had the CBD, two of the CBD gummies, and it made you feel that way?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I actually really believe that CBD gets you not necessarily high, but it definitely does something to your body, because whenever I use CBD, like I feel like really like cheerful and like almost like a relaxed, bubbly type of feeling, if that makes sense at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I thought the idea of it was to like be more relaxed, but I be having some opposite reactions to things, and that was one of them. So,
hey, what if we really are like Avatar and we just don't know it? Like, what if our brains are in like a whole nother dimension or universe, and there's like some aliens just kind of experimenting, and humans are the avatars of the aliens,
like puppets?
I feel like it could be a possibility.
Yeah, have you seen Interstellar?
Interstellar, I heard of that movie, but I never watched it. It came out in like 1990s, right?
No, it was an older. It's a newer movie than that. It's like with Matthew McConaughey. But it tripped me out because he went through this like black hole in space, and it took him to like behind his bookcase when he was like younger or something, or to his daughter, who like is very weird. It's like a dimension game, like, and it made you think like, holy shit, like what if, like,
What about Black Mirror? Have you ever seen Black Mirror on Netflix?
I saw one episode a long time ago. I feel like it's very like Twilight Zone,
Very Twilight Zone-ish. And actually, super funny thing is that they decided to not put out any episodes during the pandemic because they feel like it'll
People
trip
are
people out.
crazy and they'll like run with it like they are
The,
with all their other fucking crazy bullshit.
well, a lot of their episodes, they make you think like, damn, what are the possibilities? Like that might be something that is a possibility, you know?
Well, that's like that one show. What is it called? Like Handmaid's Tale or some shit. Have you ever seen that?
I have not seen that.
That one's a fucking trip, dude. Like,
Tell me
you
about it.
definitely need to watch it. Well, I only saw the first like couple of episodes, but I had to stop for a minute because I was like really tripping out. It was just like this, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, it's just like this point in society where women are like specifically used to bear children, kind of a thing, where people are like they're like bought or like trained and or like they're not even really bought, they're kind of like stolen.
Mm.
And let's see the word I'm looking for.
Pull out that dictionary,
It was
girl.
like I wanted to make sure I was going to use this word correctly because I was going to say like a dystopian like thing, but it's
Dystopian.
dystopia. Yeah,
Whoa.
it's
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Dystopian. What the does it mean? Oh, look, I'm censoring my my cussing for some reason right now. Like, do you hear that?
what the does it mean?
What the does it mean? What the
French
oh
toast. It's really, really crazy. It's kind of hard for me to like articulate like what that show's about because like I said, I only watched it like a couple of episodes and it was a really long time ago, but like I was like crying. I was like actually like holy shit, you know, cuz like for me, I have my tubes tied, so like
mm.
they wouldn't have a use for a woman like me in that kind of a society. You know what I mean? Like I would probably have been killed or something. So
Is
it's
there
very weird.
is there an age limit like on when a woman could get her tubes tied, or could she get them tied like immediately at 18?
No, she can't get him tied when she's 18. That I mean, I don't know. Maybe with enough money, you can persuade a doctor to do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember I was 22 when I had my daughter, and they wouldn't let me tie my tubes after her. And then I was 24 when I had my son, and they let me. But they didn't let my friend, who was 24 and had 3 kids already. They wouldn't let her tie her tubes. So it really is dependent on the doctor, and
Is it a permanent thing?
it's meant to be permanent. Yeah, it depends. Like for me, I have like plastic clips on mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, in theory, they can be removed, but obviously they don't want to do a procedure like that on a woman because it's very invasive and it's like it's easier and healthier for men to go get a vasectomy than it is for a woman to get her tubes tied.
They probably don't want like it to be that accessible because every chick in her early 20s will probably be like, fuck it, I'll just go get my tubes tied. I don't have to
And
worry
then
about
go reverse it later when they marry and like meet a guy. Yeah.
facts. I feel like that would
So
definitely happen. Well, speaking of movies, oh well, I was gonna try to hold off on this until you watched it, but
go ahead. I
Eurovision.
haven't watched it. I wanted to watch it earlier, but it's like 2 hours long. So
Well,
didn't really have time.
I just want to say like I hated on that movie so hard because well before I even watched it. So Erica, we were sitting on the couch, and for those of you listening who don't know, Erica is my wife, right? So we're sitting on the couch and we're getting ready to watch something on Netflix. We're browsing around, and she's like, "Oh, new movie with Will Ferrell and some other chick."
Her and I actually saw the trailer when I was at your house. We
Really?
watched the trailer. Yeah, I remember.
Word. Well, I saw the trailer. She showed me the trailer, and I was like, "No, that movie's gonna be ridiculous." Like, I could already kind of see what the movie's about watching the trailer. Like, I don't even think I'm interested like that, right? And I ended up watching the movie without Erica, and she was really mad at me because I really liked the movie. It was super funny, a good storyline, and the music in the movie, because the movie's about like a singing contest, right? Kind of like American Idol or something like
Uh-huh.
that. And yeah, I mean, that's what it's about, basically, like a American Idol type of thing, but in Europe. I don't know if this is an actual contest that they do in Europe. I think it might be, actually.
Probably
But
if they have them here.
right. But yeah, it's just super funny, and I don't know. I love the movie, and the music in the movie. Like, I can't stop singing the music. Like, I have it in my head. I'm like, damn, like they really put some real thought into this movie. So not only was it super funny, great storyline, and the music, the music being so good, I was just like, damn, I want to watch this movie again. Already I've watched the movie 3 times. And I've been telling everybody about it. I'm like, hey, go watch this movie. And nobody's watching it. I'm
I
like,
should be
you
paying
guys are
you.
for real, huh? Like, I'm like promoting the movie and stuff.
Yeah.
So
In that story that you just told, I wanted to actually talk about because you brought up a point that I think is really like prevalent in relationships, and that's watching shows without your significant other. Like,
don't do it.
if you guys have like a thing that you're gonna watch, like, you are not allowed to go ahead in the season. You're not allowed to watch that movie without me. You're in big trouble. Like, it will literally, like, I remember my ex, we were really into Game of Thrones, and that motherfucker, he went and he watched the rest of the season without me, and I was pissed. I was all, well, I might as well not even watch it now anymore. Like, you just ruined it all. Like, that was our thing. Like, I was
that's
so
got to
mad.
be up there with cheating, right? Like, if you watch,
it is cheating. Going to restaurants and eating without me, and then watching shows without me. That is a what is it, like a terminating, like, that's an offense. That's like deal breaker.
Is that like the initiation of cancel season?
Yeah, like, I'll really start contemplating what I'm doing in this relationship if we're not eating together and watching our shows together. Like,
I got a question for you. Do you think that when a man wears a wedding ring, he is more attractive to you, or is it like a instant, I can't even look at this guy?
Well, first, okay. All right, I don't know how to say this without not looking like a complete piece of shit, but also like
piece it up, piece of shit,
whatever. Here it is. So if I see a man that I'm attracted to physically, I always look at his hands to see if he's wearing a ring. First and foremost, if he's wearing a ring, I will kind of let that one go. Kind of. I mean, I'll look at him because obviously I'm attracted to be like, damn, he was fine, you know? Right. But like, I think that it's very attractive when married men are like so loyal that they don't even try to look at you. Because like, they see you because you'll like make eye contact with them. Right. And those moments when you make eye contact with someone, when you're like, there's a mutual attraction. Like, you saw me, I saw you, we saw each other see each other.
Well, it's
and
human
that could
nature,
be just it. You know what I mean? That could just be that. And that's cool. Whatever. That happens all the time. But if he's wearing a ring and you have that moment with him and then he kind of ignores you for the rest of the time, that's like hot to me. Like, loyalty like that is very, very attractive to me.
But if he was like trying to like get at you, then you're like, oh, heck no.
Yeah, I'm all, you're fucking corny. That's nasty. Like, you're ugly now, kind of a thing.
That's interesting because I have a few people that I know, and they're married, and they always say like, oh man, I'm wearing my ring because it's gonna give me more play. And I don't know, I mean, I'm married, and I mean, I never thought about nothing like that because I'm obviously a faithful, loving, loyal husband, but I never felt like wearing my ring got me more attention or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something sexy about loyalty. Like that for me, I'm like, that's the kind of man that I need, you know, the kind of man that's like, pff, there's like pussy right here in his face, and he's just fucking staring straight at me, even if I'm not
Right.
there. Like I'm in his head, you know what I mean? Like that's my
Damn,
kind of guy.
it's like you're describing mine and Erica's relationship right now, because that's me. I'm just all I see is Erica all the time. What's up, baby? If you're listening to
He's gonna slap
fucking
you, chicken
great.
bear.
Chicken Bear. Oh fuck. You can't keep on bringing up Chicken Bear.
Okay, I won't. I promise.
So yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you never felt like more women flocked to you
No.
or tried to talk to you or
I'm
stared at you, you know what I mean?
I don't,
Flirted.
no, definitely not. I mean maybe at times, but like I'm not even really like a ring wearing type of guy. Like I don't even wear my ring, but you know, it's nothing like that, you know, like, oh, I'm not gonna wear my wedding ring. It's just I don't like wearing stuff on my hands. I feel like there should be a new thing for guys who don't like to wear a ring, because some guys got fat fingers. I have fat fingers, and I don't know, it's just like the most uncomfortable thing to me. I feel like there should be another thing, like maybe some
A
kind of
tattoo.
special. I'm down for a tattoo. I'm super down for a
Like her
tattoo.
initial or something, like something special to you guys right there
Yeah, for sure.
in place of a ring. I've seen that. Do you
But I
think that
mean,
women should always have to wear their rings?
no, I
You
don't
don't
think
think
so.
anybody should have to wear their ring?
I definitely don't think anybody should have to wear the ring, because at the end of the day, like when you're with somebody and you're in a loving, loyal, faithful relationship, you know, it shouldn't be what other people see that, you know, make you a good wife or a husband. Like it should just be the bond and the connection that you have with each other, and also the trust and knowing that, you know, that person is going to act married, whether they're with me or not. And yeah, it's just that connection.
I think too, though, like a reason why people do wear it is I do think that there's some spouses who make their spouses wear it. It's like an insecurity thing. But I also think that maybe the majority of people, I would like to believe, wear it as like a sense of pride. Like they're happy, they are married, like, or even like to keep people from like trying to holler, you know what I mean? Like I know that there have been friends of mine who just went and bought like a cheap ring at Walmart to wear on their finger to like avoid getting hit on.
Right. I think some guys, I think most guys probably won't hit on a chick if she has a wedding ring on. Actually, I think a wedding ring for a woman is probably a repellent. You know.
It's not like that great. I don't know. I remember one time my cousin, she was getting hit on at a bar and she like kept going like this and like to sweep her hair out of her face because she had her ring on and she's just like,
Right. I think
and
guys
like he was
definitely.
just like not fully getting the hint. I don't know that men actually look at women's hands the way that women look at men's hands to
I,
search for that.
I think they do.
You
I
do?
definitely think for
Have
sure.
you?
And no, Erica tells me all the time. She tells me that when she's at work and if she doesn't have her ring on, that, you know, guys will, you know, be more brave. You know, they'll flirt a little bit more, or maybe even, you know, make a pass at her.
Yeah, I've had some guys like comment, "Well, you don't have no ring on your finger."
Mm.
Like if you're like, I'm with somebody, la la, well, there's no ring on your finger, so it must not be that serious, kind of a deal. Like, first of all, back off, dude.
You're
This is
like,
a
first of all,
choice.
this is you're like, me being single, me is a choice.
Single me is a choice, 1000%.
I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Um, I want to say that last week
Mm-hmm.
you fucking played too much and you
What
gave
did I do?
me 3 people with a disease for a fuck one, marry one, kill one.
You mad about that? You mad,
And
bro? Come at me, bro.
I wanted to give you people this week.
What you got for me?
I got you some fuck one, marry one, kill one. Are you ready?
Ooh,
Are you ready?
ready. I'm
Are
super
you ready?
I'm ready.
We need music. Do you beatbox? Let's go with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
Sharon Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen DeGeneres.
All right. This is an easy one because I'm definitely gonna have to say Sharon Stone. I'm fucking.
You better not be looking up net worth.
No. I'm
ass.
not. I know that's super gold digging. I'm not a gold digger, but I will say that Ellen DeGeneres should probably be my Mary.
Ellen DeGeneres is your Mary? Why?
Yeah. Well, because she got money, girl. No, I'm playing.
They all have money.
No, I think Ellen DeGeneres probably her net worth is a little more.
I mean, she probably has more money.
But honestly, like she's probably cool to hang out with. I mean,
I heard she's a bitch.
For
there's
real?
a lot of there's actually recently there was a whole like controversy. Like she was trending on Twitter for treating employees like shit and like being a bitch to everybody except her guests, like on set.
Really?
I don't know if it's true, but if
maybe she's just a perfectionist.
That is disappointing.
Maybe she's a perfectionist. You got to let a woman be a perfectionist.
Maybe she's just an asshole. Who knows? I would like to hope that she's not, because I really enjoyed me some Ellen, and I think she's funny. You know what I mean? But like, if who you are on stage is completely like 180 off stage.
Didn't she recently get in trouble for something that she said? She got canceled for like a couple days. Like
I think she was getting canceled too, because she was like, there's like employees who are like literally telling their stories about how horrible she was to work for.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all bad.
It's very disappointing.
Damn.
So go ahead, marry you some Ellen.
You got me like reconsidering my choices here.
Marry you some Ellen.
Well, I will. I'll do just that, okay?
Okay.
So I'm definitely fucking Sharon Stone because she's the most attractive of all of these women that you gave me. Mm-hmm. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm getting rid of.
Damn, Michael Myers couldn't even kill her. You're gonna kill her?
Michael Myers? Was she in that? Was she in Halloween?
She was Halloween, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the original or what?
All of them.
Really?
She's the sister he was trying to kill the whole time.
So I knew the name when you said Jamie Lee Curtis, but I just wanted to Google her as you were saying it. So right now I'm on my phone and I'm looking at her. You know, I didn't even look up her net worth. I didn't look up any of their net worth to be clear. I'm not gold digging like that. I got my own money, okay, everybody? Anyways, so I see her Twitter feed, and could I read you one of her most recent tweets?
Please do.
All right. It is a tweet that says, he noted during the interview that Kanye West, had never voted before in his life and said he believes that vaccines are the mark of the beast. What do you think about that? She's obviously responding to somebody, but the whole Kanye West, I heard that he's been going kind of crazy lately. Have you heard about that?
He announced on Twitter that he was running for president, which is very, very stupid. Oh, and it's stupid because, and I don't care if he fucking sees this and knows that you're a fucking asshole. First of all, not too long ago, like he's been riding Donald Trump's dick for like the last, 4 years, right? This is not a secret. And then not too long ago, when Black Lives Matter movement starts hitting, and, the Black people are calling out Black people who are anti-Black in their actions, right? And Kanye has always been one of them since he said slavery was a choice. And then he super dick rode fucking Donald Trump. And so then Kanye says that oh, he's not actually buddy with Donald Trump. He's anti, he's tried to cut himself from that and be like pro-black again, you know? Um, but then he goes on and says that he's running for president, which Kanye West is not stupid. He's fucking crazy, but he's not stupid. By doing so, he's going to make an already divided group of Biden voters, right? People who are going to vote for Biden, not because they want to, but because he's not Donald Trump.
Right.
And so what he's doing is he's going to divide that vote even more, because a lot of people don't even really want to vote for him because he's a piece of shit, and or just feel like it is always the case where you have to pick the lesser of two evils, right? And they believe that Biden is the lesser of those two evils. Mm-hmm. So he's going to make people who were going to be needed in that vote to defeat Trump kind of vote for him, right? So Trump's going to win. And so the way that I see it is, and I know that many other people agree with this, is that he's not actually anti-Trump. Like, he's doing this to help Trump win again.
That's crazy, man.
Like, he's off his fucking rocker. You know what I mean? Like,
why is it that every time he comes out and starts, tweeting and talking about I'm running for president or voicing his opinion on stuff, everyone just starts saying he's bipolar? Like,
I think that a part of Kanye died when his mom died, right? Mm-hmm. But then he goes and marries into one of the worst families for mental health possible, right?
Facts.
All these chicks need therapy. And that's not a good combination for an already, like, fragile man. You know what I mean? So that's just how I see it.
So all in all, you think that Kanye is running for president just to sway the black vote?
Yes, to help Donald Trump win another term.
Damn, that's crazy. But he's telling people that he's not trying to do that because, right? That's probably what he's doing, right? Or is that not being said?
Into it since
is that
I don't think I don't think he's like came out and like no, that's not what I'm doing. I thought it was too late to throw yourself into the race in the first place, but I guess technically anybody could write in anybody's name. So
you got to be a crazy motherfucker to run for the president of the United States, I feel.
Yeah,
you got to be some kind of crazy. Either you're crazy or you really feel like you can do something positive for the people.
Well, it's just like becoming a police officer. Like, mm-hmm. I think the majority of the people who join the police force are doing so with good intentions, but you can't actually fulfill that in a system that's not good. You know what I mean? Like, right. You can't thrive in a shitty system like in that way, and it's not going to change. People aren't going to just lay down and allow things to change when they're a few years from retirement. Like, these systems, they won't allow it to crumble.
Hey, didn't Kanye West date Naya Rivera?
Did he?
No. Actually, that was Big Sean. Never mind. I'm tripping.
Big Sean dated her?
Yeah. Big Sean dated Naya Rivera. I keep on messing up her last name. Did you hear about her? What happened?
Yeah, I did, actually. I'm really sad to hear that. And when I was reading about it last night, I was like, I read what the article said, and it said that they found her son sleeping in a boat, but she was nowhere to be found. And so she's missing. And my automatic thing was like, not, did she drown? I was like, okay, well, who took her? Who did something to her? Because I think that if she was swimming, I don't think her son would just fall asleep if she never came back in the boat. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's very, like, fishy to me that he was just sleeping. and she's gone and he's not distraught at all. It like makes me believe that there was somebody else there.
They say that the son said that she dove in the water and never came back up.
And so he just took a nap.
Right.
He's
Well,
4. 4-year-olds are not, they're not just going to sit there and be like, just going to wait. Like a 4-year-old would know that that's wrong. Like something's wrong.
do you think, damn, I mean, that's such a crazy situation. Do you think that there's possibly somebody else that they don't know was with them?
Maybe. That's what I think. Or maybe another boat approached them. I don't know. Or who knows?
What a scary situation. But they haven't found her body yet or nothing like that if she did drown, huh?
I think she's definitely dead, but
Damn.
I honestly don't believe she drowned. I won't believe it either if they say it.
You know that's what they're probably going to say, though.
Oh, for sure. I'm like wondering what else was going on in her life outside of that. Like with all these like celebrity scandals and like this whole pedophile ring coming out and shit. I'm like, what did she know? You know what I mean? She's also the 3rd cast member from Glee to die now.
Are you serious?
They've already had 2 others die.
Well, it's not confirmed that she's dead though, right? I don't want to put that out there if it's not, you know.
Naya Rivera, I hope you're alive. I hope you're well. I hope you come back. It's highly unlikely, but I hope for the best, but I'm prepared for the worst. I'm not surprised.
That's super sad. So 3 others, man, there's like some kind of Glee curse or something like that.
It's like a curse, yeah. Because even like the head actress, Leah Michele, like she was under fire for the way that she treated cast members and stuff. So I don't think she gets a whole lot of work, if any at all. But one of the cast members died back in like 2013 or something. He had like a heroin overdose. Corey Monteith or something like that. He was like one of the head lead characters for the men. And then the other guy who was like a jock, pretty boy in that show, he killed himself in 2018, I think. Upon like this whole discovery of him in like child pornography. So he like killed himself.
That's wild. How many times do you hear about that kind of stuff in Hollywood? It really makes you wonder, man.
I know, it's fucking crazy.
It really makes you wonder.
Super crazy.
Well, can I bring up a very important segment that I really want people, guys, particularly to pay attention to?
Sure.
So there's a brand new disorder out there. And guys particularly, I want you to listen to this. This new disorder has caused blue balls, okay?
We can't be having blue balls, guys. Come on, I hear that's painful.
Very, very severe syndrome of blue balls. And this disorder is caused by not calling your woman beautiful every single day. I want to talk about how important it is, and this is also for the ladies too. It is very important to call your woman beautiful each and every day. As corny as it sounds, and I know a lot of you are going to think that I'm being so corny right now, but I think it's really something that you have to do. What do you think, Stella? Like, what do you think about that statement right there?
I think that absolutely. I think it should be effortless. I think that it should never be something that you have to think about, right? I think that it should just be automatic. I think that you should always tell her she's beautiful when she's not wearing makeup, when she gets dressed, when she does her makeup, like, because here's the thing, guys, if you're not saying it, some other fucking guy is. Believe that, okay? Because she is beautiful. And she knows it, and she might not be like this insecure person that needs to hear it all the time, but she wants to hear you say it, and she
Right.
wants to know that you believe it, and it's important that you tell her that. Period.
And I think that if somebody else is saying it and you're not, who knows? I mean, maybe at some point when she feels neglected enough, she might actually want to talk to that person that is calling her beautiful. She might enjoy that energy that she's getting from that other guy.
It's important to gas up your significant other, for sure. It's extremely important. People thrive when they feel love and valued and respected and heard, and you know what I mean? And that's part of it. That's like the basic. Like, I think everybody, male, female, these are like getting stupid right now. They feel, everybody likes to hear nice things about themselves. Like, everybody enjoys compliments. Men like to hear it, so it's important for women to tell their men the same thing.
Compliment their haircuts, ladies.
Exactly. Show us your fresh haircut right
You
now,
know what I'm
though.
saying?
Look at that.
You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
oh,
Look at it. Oh,
oh,
shit. All right.
oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it's important, and it goes both ways. But especially, I think with women, I think that we're just more emotional, or we're more like delicate that way.
I definitely think women need to hear that each and every day. I tell my wife each and every day, and if I miss a day, I might have to make up for a day later. Maybe send some roses to work or something like that.
And it should be easy for you. Like, if you don't believe it, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah, right. Like if it's something that you really feel too, then it should be effortless, just like you
right.
said.
Exactly.
And don't
Exactly.
only do it when she's all done up and wearing makeup.
Exactly. Don't. Like, makeup, you can acknowledge the effort and say those things, but you should most definitely tell her that even when she's not wearing makeup. And like, honestly, when it comes to makeup, right?
Mm-hmm.
We women, like, of course we're wearing it when we first meet you and these things, because we're probably seeing you in public places, right?
Right.
So we're out in public, we're going on dates. So she's going to get ready to go out in public, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of men think that women wear makeup for men.
Right.
That's not why we wear makeup. We don't wear it for you. Like, we like that your attention when we wear it, right? Like, everybody likes that acknowledgement that you look good, right? Without this, it's the nonverbal shit too.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear a lot of men on both sides of the fence with this one. Like, oh, I don't like a chick who wears too much makeup. Or, oh, I wish my girl would wear makeup.
Right.
And it's like, first of all, if she's not wearing makeup in front of you, that means she's comfortable around you to like be herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but that doesn't mean that like she doesn't care about like you or want you to find her attractive or anything like that. And like, for me, like, I used to have really bad skin, like in my 20s, like really bad. Like, I had cystic acne like a motherfucker, and like I have all kinds.
Sorry. Hold that
Cystic
thought.
acne is not like not just your normal like pimples on the surface. They're like the deep, like big cyst ones that are like mountain ranges, right?
Right.
And I had it really, really bad. My whole forehead, like this side of my face, this side of my face, my chin, my jaw, everywhere. It was really bad. And so for a really long period of time, I would not leave the house without makeup, right? Because that was just like, the world cannot see all this ugliness, right? I only felt good looking when I was wearing makeup. And now I'm 35 and my skin's not broken out anymore, and it's not as scarred, and I don't have like the colored scars anymore. I like to go out in the world without makeup because it was always what I strived for when I had bad skin. I always wanted to be like one of the chicks who could just be naturally beautiful, right? And just go out into the world without any makeup on. Like, that was always like, fuck, that's like, that's goals, you know?
But going through that stage probably really taught you how to like love yourself, like even with what you thought were flaws to you?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm like heavily scarred. You can't see it because I'm wearing makeup and I have good lighting. But I mean, I would always tell people like, nobody rocks acne like your girl. You know what I mean? Like, I got this because I'm
Damn.
dope everywhere
Oh
else. You know what I
shit.
mean? Like, that's like the attitude I've always tried to maintain. Even when it was just a front, I felt like if I say it, I'll believe it too. You know what I mean? And even now, like I have like the deeper scars, right? Not like the colored surface ones. And I
Right.
still just go out without makeup. And I actually think that it looks better without makeup now than it does with it. Because I'm also hitting that age where those fine lines are starting to crease with makeup. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
cute.
Oh
So I'd rather just not wear
please. Oh
it.
please.
So, but it's my choice. It's not about you. And I don't think that I should be given shit for wearing it or not wearing it. That
I
makes
think
sense.
I
How
think
are we feeling, guys? Do you like it when they're comfortable and not wearing it, or do you like it when they're wearing it, or do you like a combination of both? Like,
I think most guys probably would say they like both. They like it when their chick, does the no makeup thing, but like also appreciates and loves when she wears makeup as well. I mean, wearing makeup is an art, If a chick could do her makeup really good, I mean, that should be congratulated. Like, damn, girl, look at those lashes today, those eyebrows. Damn, the way you did the contour or whatever it's called.
yeah,
I don't know all
your
the terms of
highlight
makeup.
popping.
Yeah. You gotta love
I
and
don't do all
appreciate
that
that
though.
too.
Yeah. I wish I knew how to do all that. It's like it really is an art form. I see these chicks and I'm just like, damn, dude, like I used to be good at makeup and I haven't really worn it in a few years like that. And like you really lose it if you don't use it. It's like language,
That's
man.
with anything, right? You lose
Yeah.
it if you don't use it.
Yeah. Math. Y equals mx plus
You don't
b.
know math?
Nope.
You gotta step your game up.
Bruh, it's so bad. I like almost forget everything instantly these days. It's terrible.
You got the memory of a fish. Dory? You're
I'm
Dory out here?
Dory. I'm Dory,
Stella the
1000%.
Stella is motherfucking Dory. I guess that well, aren't like Dory and Nemo like good friends?
No,
But then
Dory and Marlin, the dad.
Marlin?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Even though I
It's been
do
a
watch all the
while.
kid movies since I have a little girl.
Yeah. Are you going to watch Hamilton with her? It's on Disney now.
Hamilton. I don't even know what Hamilton is.
For reals?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's on Disney Plus.
it's on Disney Plus now. It's that musical, that Broadway musical that Lin-Manuel.
I don't know what that is.
What? Oh my God, Google it.
I'm
Google it.
gonna Google it.
Hamilton. It's like the story of what is his name? Hamilton. He's on
Oh wait,
Alexander Hamilton, I think is his
I
name.
feel like I might have watched that before actually.
Did you see it in like person? Because they just put it on Disney Plus. It wasn't like available like that.
I feel like I heard of it then and didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised when you said you hadn't heard of it. I was like, what? But it's on Disney Plus now. It is very long. It is like almost 3 hours long. But my kids and I did watch it, but it's super dope. Maybe it's too.
Super?
Yeah, because I know your daughter's like younger, so maybe
Right.
she's probably not ready for that one yet. It's just long. It's a lot of singing. It's a musical, but
she likes singing and everything, so
she might like it.
maybe we'll have
give
to
it a
check
shot. It's educational, but in a way that's entertaining and like really like captivating, you know?
Right.
I like tequila and I like vodka. I'm not a psychiatrist.
So what's going on with Jada and Will? This is like breaking news. We had to drop everything that we're doing because we're like,
I was about to go to the beach.
we gotta have this in this week's episode 100%. Like I already edited this episode, but we're gonna have to like throw this in the mix. So excuse the fact that we're like two different people all of a sudden in the middle of the podcast. but we must talk about the red table with Jada and Will, because for real, that shit is crazy. And
I know.
I gotta say, before anything about this topic is said, I'm enjoying a fantastic Corona right now, and it's delicious.
I'm enjoying some spring water per usual.
Man, that sounds like some real San Diego walking by the beach type of refreshment right there. I
That's the
like
kind
it.
of bitch I am.
So what's going on? What is your take on this whole entanglement that we have?
Entanglement, I know.
What's going on?
I don't know. Okay, so yesterday I was just trolling Instagram and I
As you
saw,
do.
as I do, and I saw one of my friends' stories said, damn, this Will and Jada shit crazy. And I was like, what Will and Jada shit? Because I had seen, the only reason I have a Facebook was so that I could watch Red Table Talk. Because initially that's like the only place that they were airing it or like streaming it. And I love Red Table Talk. I'm a huge Jada fan. I'm a huge Will fan. And obviously, everybody who's ever followed Will and Jada is like, oh my God, this couple is goals. Like, they talk
Facts.
their shit out. They have
Right.
problems, but they overcome. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a
And
question?
what's that?
Has Red Table like been a thing? Because I never heard of Red Table. Am I
Oh, Red
this
Table
much?
Talk has been a thing. It's like been like maybe what, 2 years, probably a year or two.
Wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. It's the only reason I rejoined Facebook.
Damn, that
Yeah.
says a lot.
I know.
Damn,
And
Mark Zuckerberg, you're getting new people due to Red Table. Go ahead.
I know, I fucking hate Facebook. Anyways, so Red Table Talk, great show. You should watch it. You should check out all the episodes. They're really good. Um, but then I saw my friend's story and I was like, what the fuck? So then, because I had saw a pop-up on Facebook, like a notification saying there's new Red Table Talk, Jada, like something about her journey, right?
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'll watch it. It's only like 20 minutes long. It's not very long. And I was like, and then I Google August Alsina and I saw like his tweet talking about him and his and Jada's relationship and they're in love and this and that. And I was like,
Hey,
mind blown.
next month, the whole entire month of August is gonna suck. It's gonna be terrible for Will Smith.
I know. Well, just did you watch that Red Table Talk? Did you watch it?
I watched the clip that was like on the Shade Room and everywhere on the internet. Basically, I
Okay.
watched the part from where it started, where she said she was in an entanglement, and he's like, "No, Jada, it was a relationship." And like
Yeah.
whatever that minute and like a minute and 30-second clip was, that's what I seen. But I feel
Did
like it was enough. It was probably like all I needed to see, right?
Yes and no. So basically the backstory that they both wanted to go on there to like clear the air because this happened 4 years ago. So Jada and Will have been really open about how they kind of had to do this little separation for a little bit because she was like really unhappy and he was, unhappy, and he let her go so she can go find herself. And they didn't know if they were going to make it back to each other, but they had to let each other go, right? So it was during that time that August and her became friends, really good friends. And they both said, he came to us and he was like sick, like he was like in a really bad place.
Mm-hmm.
And just from what, I don't know her personally, but she seems like the kind of person who's always trying to like help you and give you advice and talk you through shit. I mean, she has Red Table Talk,
Right.
So they both wanted to go on there and kind of clear the air and talk about how they weren't, although that they were married, they weren't together. And so she had this little entanglement during that time. Sorry. And despite the fact that they weren't together then when it happened together, you could still see Will's eyes. either he was drinking before that interview or he is still hurt. And I think it is definitely the hurt because he has to relive this shit again and in public now. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of humiliating regardless of the circumstances at the time. But I really do feel for him. And now the internet, you know, has no chill and is coming for him, like, kind of with all these little memes and remixes and all that shit.
For
And
sure.
so it's just really a sticky situation.
I feel like Will has got to be fucking miserable. Like just the look in his eyes, watching him feel damn near forced to sit at the red table and listen to what she has to say. I wouldn't be surprised if they're really not even that cool right about now. Like it looks like he
It
did
probably
not want to
brought
be
up some
there.
shit for him, yeah.
How
And he didn't
embarrassing.
allow her to manipulate the language. If you watched the whole thing, like, she was trying to kind of be very like, you know, and he's on nah 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 nah, tell it how it is, kind of a deal, you know. And but I think by the end of that little thing, they were talking about how they're better now than they have ever been, and that in the beginning of their relationship, she didn't think that he was ever going to be able to, like, fully love her unconditionally, and that where they're at right now is that they love each other unconditionally.
I feel like if my wife ever told me she was in an entanglement, something else would be tangled.
Well, that's the thing though. Like, people break up, right?
That's facts.
And
That's
what they
facts.
do in between, and they tend, oftentimes people get back together.
But you
And
can't really break up when you're married, though. I mean, I guess you can get
no,
separated, but you can't have all out like relationships.
right. Well, I mean, they were married, but they were separated, and under the guise that they weren't getting back together. That's what they said, that they did not think that that was even going to be a thing. Like, they were done with each other.
He did say, I was done with your ass. So,
Yeah. And he said it pertaining to prior, like, before that relationship with August. Like, he had said, you know, I let you go, you're going to go do your thing, and I was done with your ass, kind of a thing, because she was like miserable. You know what I mean?
why do you think that they wouldn't just get a divorce? You think that it's too
Well, they have
complicated?
kids and they have fuck ton of money. Like, there's a lot of shit involved in a divorce. I mean, I've never been divorced because I've never been married, but I imagine I have lived with people, right, and have kids and shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a lot involved, especially at that level where they have like full on businesses and kids with like businesses, kind of a deal. Like, everything that they have, they've been together for what, 25 years? Like, that's a lot of life and a lot of shit to,
Too much of a headache to just.
right. That's what I think. And at that point, like, who the fuck likes starting all over? Who likes that? I don't like it. Like, there's people will stay in toxic or not unhealthy relationships for a long time or forever because you get comfortable in that. And you know what I mean? It's like
For,
you're normal.
for sure. And I guess I could kind of understand like not getting a divorce and being like okay and like okay with being separated because they don't have to deal with all of the headache of splitting up everything, all of the assets or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If after all, if they got divorced, they probably wouldn't want to get with anybody else anyways. They would just be living single. So I kind of get like why they would just want to be separated and then be doing their own thing. But I'm sure that it was never meant for it to be public in any kind of way. But
No, and that's where August Alsina is kind of a little.
mm-hmm.
I have some words about him because that's whack as fuck, dude. How are you gonna come out 4 years later and say some shit like that on Twitter?
and
Like,
and
out of
and
pocket.
be coming out with music, using it
Mm-hmm.
to like promote your
Convenient, you
music.
little motherfucker. Yep.
That is very shady. That is very shady.
Super whack.
And
Super whack.
especially if when you got involved with Jada Smith and Will and everybody, you were coming to them for help and they helped you. What it sounds like is that they probably got a medical help and probably put money into it as well and helped them in that kind of way as well. Because when she mentioned it to Will, Will said, yeah, when we helped out Og.
Yeah, when he came to our family is what Will said. He came to our family, he was sick. So like, bro.
And then ended up with Jada. Honestly, I mean, it sounds like some dirty macking was going on.
Some dirty macking was definitely happening. It just, I think it shook the world because for a long time, Will and Jada have been like on the pedestal of like relationships and marriages, you know, and now everybody's like, what? They're not perfect? You know, like.
But no marriage is perfect. So
No
it's
marriage
also
is
a good thing
perfect.
because people also need to know that every relationship goes through ups and downs and there's always going to be turbulence, and it all depends on how the couple can handle the ups and downs and the turbulence.
Yeah, I mean, part of me is like, I wish that the internet would stop coming for Will, but then that's complete hypocrisy because here we are talking about it.
Here we are on the
It's the
internet
price you
talking about it.
pay for being in the spotlight, unfortunately. You know what I mean? You kind of sell a little bit of that when you go for fame and shit like that. So,
But it does kind of show that it doesn't matter how successful, how incredible, how much of an icon you are, you can still be cheated on.
yeah, don't matter. Beyonce got cheated on. I mean,
She did?
yeah, don't act, don't play. That's another conversation.
That is another conversation. Oh, what about
But
Steph Curry and Aisha? Aisha was trying to get a little bit of attention on the internet.
that's what
And
they say, but that was fucking
and
stupid.
Steph is a like a MVP of the NBA for years and one of the best in the NBA. So
Yeah, I disagree with all of that. I think they need to leave her alone.
I think that proves our point even more for the topic that we're going to have on this episode about, make sure you're calling your woman beautiful and putting her first always. Damn.
Hello. Because somebody else always is, August. Give it a little gander.
Well, everybody, is that it?
I don't know. Is that it? Did we hit everything we wanted to talk about today?
I think so. I could keep going.
I mean, you know, me and you can talk all damn day long.
We could talk all damn
day. We really could. We could.
But I think that's enough.
Maybe
for
we
today's
should save
episode.
a little for next time. Yeah, you're right.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We will catch you next Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow the podcast on Spotify, follow us on Instagram.
And I think we're coming to Facebook as well.
So. We're coming to Facebook. Like we're coming to a town near you called Facebook.
And the Twitters, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot to manage, but we'll figure it out. I don't know. Maybe we should ask them what's the easiest way for them to like communicate with us. Is it Twitter? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram?
Guys, we want to make this show as good as possible for you all. So please, please, please let us know what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. And if you want me to shut the heck up sometimes.
Oh, also, before we go, our last episode, we discussed relationships and whether or not it's okay to be in a relationship and like pictures, right? Remember?
Right.
And so I asked the people, and the people have spoken, and I believe 56% of the voters said that, yeah, that seems like a fair thing. Like, it's okay to like pictures, but not comment and not DM. So
that's fair. I think that's fair.
This is us responding to your feedback, people.
We should do a segment next week, actually, where we actually go over the questions in a segment.
Yeah, we definitely should.
We just discovered this, people. Work with us, please. Please work with us.
Yes.
All right,
on
everybody.
The fly.
We appreciate it, y'all. We will holla at you next week. Holler at us on Instagram. We're messaging back, commenting back while we have less than 1,000 followers. So catch us now, because when it hits 1 million,
It's
I'm not
gonna be
responding
damn
to
near
emails.
impossible.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.